day, everyone, and welcome to the MAGG Show. Today, we are going to be talking about the reveals from Capcom of two big games that they have coming up. The first one we're going to talk about is Monster Hunter Wilds, and then afterwards, we were going to be talking about Onimusha, The Way of the Sword, which is my personal favorite. But either way, let's get into this right now. We're looking at Monster Hunter Wilds. It's going to be coming out February 28th, 2025. Only 3 short weeks away. I can't believe it's been since January 26th, 2018, since Monster Hunter World. Like 7 years. That is... You start forgetting how long things happen, and like all of a sudden, months turn into years, and years turn into decades, but here we are. Anyways, I got some features I want to talk about from the trailer that I watched and the little showcase that they gave us. The first thing for this game is that they've added new mounts to the game, and they're called secrets, and that should be pretty interesting. That's also going to change the way you traverse around the world. Another big feature that I saw today that I gathered from this information is the changing weather conditions. That's really going to affect the fights and the battles going forward. They're saying that weather can change while you're out in the middle of a mission. It might go from bright sunshine, and at 1 minute, all of a sudden, the next thing it's pouring rain, and that's going to change the conditions of the fight. So they really added a new dynamic here that I'm finding really fascinating, and I think that should be really, really great to see how this is going to be implemented moving forward. A couple of other things I picked up from today: focus mode. You'll be able to utilize focus mode to aim your attacks and guards in Wilds. That's a new feature. Excited for that. We also have word that in the beta, you're going to be able to do single player beta, online multiplayer beta. Also, you're going to be able to do cross-platform. This is all going to be available in the beta. The beta, by the way, is going to be starting this weekend and also the following weekend, the weekend of Valentine's Day. But, gentlemen, go out and buy your woman some flowers and chocolates, man, before you go sit down and play Monster Hunter Wilds. Otherwise, she's going to be leaving you. So anyways, make sure you set your priorities straight. But either way, there's going to be a lot of beta. There's going to be 2 betas back to back. I know someone who's actually been playing the beta from the original one, and they said that every single complaint that gamers had, Capcom went and fixed it. These guys listen to their customers. It's awesome. So there's that. Another thing I wanted to talk about is there's another enemy that they're going to be facing. Arkveld is its name. I don't want to say his name because I don't know what it is. But either way, it's like a white wraith beast, and it's actually going to be basically the catalyst for this entire game, but you're going to be able to fight this thing in the beta. So that's going to be pretty interesting. This is going to be also, the new world is going to be called the Forbidden Lands. I know that sounds kind of generic, but it is what it is. And the other thing is that they're adding a whole new dynamic to this. There's a whole other area called the Ice Shard Cliffs locale, and that's going to be interesting as well. So anyways, either way, lots to chew on there, folks, with Monster Hunter Wilds. And like I said before, it's only 3 short weeks away. But either way, the other game I wanted to talk about very quickly is Onimusha, The Way of the Sword. And Onimusha, I got to tell you, folks, for any of you graybeards out here who played on the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 back in the day, even on the OG Xbox, Onimusha was basically the samurai zombie version of Resident Evil, right? It was just magnificent. I absolutely love the entire series. I played all of the games, and I gotta say, I'm super excited for this one. Now, there's a couple of changes here, folks, and the changes are, we're no longer going to be utilizing the character Samanosuke, who was in the original Onimushas. This is going to take place in a different time period with a different protagonist, and it's going to be taking place during the Edo period, which is the Tokugawa period. So anybody who knows Japanese history, that's between 1603-ish to about 1865-ish. So about a period of about a solid, let's say, 260 plus years. And during that time, if anybody wants to know about the history of what was going on in Japan at that time, it was basically an Enlightenment period where they really celebrated a lot of religion and culture and the arts. They did not get a lot of outside influence. They had a lot of closed door policies during that time where they were focusing on themselves, and it was a great time for prosperity. So it'll be very interesting to see how they weave in this tale of horror during such a great time during the Japanese Empire. So it should really be interesting to see how that goes. I'm excited for it big time. It's not coming out until 2026, but I gotta say, Capcom, please, as always, take your time, do what you gotta do, because your games have been nothing short of magnificent ever since Resident Evil 7 Biohazard came out last generation. And that's another thing, by the way, I'd like to mention. If they're releasing such a monster game, no pun intended, for Onimusha Way of the Sword in 2026, where the hell is Resident Evil 9? I don't know if I can wait any longer, man. I don't know if I can wait any longer. I'm going nuts, like, waiting for this game. But either way, I'm excited for that. They're going to have to weave that in somewhere. So you've got Monster Hunter Wilds this year. You've got Onimusha Way of the Sword next year. Do we see, and I want to know in the comments below, do we see Resident Evil in 2026 as well? So either way, that's just a small breakdown of some of the things that we got to see today. I'm excited for it. You should be excited for it, because Capcom, like I said, has been knocking out of the park for damn near a decade straight now, and they're showing no signs of slowing down. But either way, everybody, have yourself a great day. Stay magnificent!